Riley, how about you with writing? Have you run into any trouble with your fan fiction?
Yeah.
What's been the hardest thing for when you have a fan fiction or something? Has anything happened that's just made you be like, gosh, I'm not even sure this is worth what I'm doing here?
Yeah, because sometimes when I'm doing like a chapter, like I'll know what has to happen, but like it'll go completely off track, and then I just have to restart it, and it's frustrating because I have to restart it.
So how many are your writers in here? How many have struggled with that? How many have deleted an entire chapter and then cried like afterwards? So yeah, that's the hardest thing. And I'm sure Sydney with the covers, I'm sure you've done covers where you put all this work into it, and then whether it's the author or yourself, you're like, wait a minute, light this up on fire. All right, okay. So the next question I have for all of you is, what advice would you give someone? Like, okay, for example, Ashley's an Instagrammer, and let's say some of these authors out here have no idea what Instagram is, and they want to build their Instagram account. What would you do? And then for Bella, I want you to talk about blogging for anybody in here that may want to do a blog or something. And so we'll go down the line that way. And then Riley, you will be with fan fiction, okay? Okay.
For Instagram, I think the biggest thing is to use hashtags. I started doing that a few months ago, and
A few months ago.
okay, like a year ago. It just let me see so many more posts and so many more people I got to meet, and so I could post Throne of Glass book again, and I could hashtag that series, and anybody else who has hashtagged that, I could see their posts, and they could see mine. And so you build these friendships, and you get to see a lot of different things. Another thing is do a variety of pictures. Don't just take a screenshot of a cover and post that, because it's not going to get as much attention as if you're more creative with it. So take different pictures outside, take them by a pool, take them in front of your bookshelf, use Funko Pops, use anything like pets, and just make it more fun. Because then you're going to get a lot more attention, you're going to have a lot more people wanting to look at your stuff, and then you kind of see what other people are doing, and you get to meet new people doing that. So.
Tell everybody how many Instagram followers you have and how much you built it up over this last year.
When I first started, I was really at the bottom, but now I've made it up to almost 20,000 followers.
Jeez Louise.
And so it's not a quick process.
No.
It's very slow, especially.
pretty damn fast. It's taken me a year to get to 5,000.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What are some good hashtags to use if you're an author looking for your age group of readers?
Like for me personally, hashtag books, young adult. If you write whatever type of genre you write, use those. Use the title. I use books, young adult, YA lit, bookworm, fangirl, fandom, all of those kind of things. Just anything you think, yeah, that one. Anything you think that would relate to the genre or the book that you're writing. Sometimes I use like 30 of them, and Instagram will cut me off and they'll delete my caption and they're like, you need to slow down.
And that's frustrating.
Because then if you don't save it, then you have to rewrite your caption all over again. So just, you have to be fun with it. Hashtags are fun, so you can make up your own. And so just see what you like to look at and post that hashtag with yours.
How do we follow you?
You just find me on Bookish Queen.
There's a couple of bookish queens, though. Which one? Because one's an underscore.
Mine's not the underscore.
Okay. I was looking for you. I'm like, I think I actually already follow you.
What's the poser?
Will the real bookish queen please stand up? All right. Bella?
Well, whenever I first started, I didn't have many people following me except the authors who told my mom about me being a blogger. But then you do hashtags as well, and you have to, when you critique the book, you give an honest review. You don't make it a good review just to make them happy, because they could have made a really good or bad. They could have done something, and you need to tell them so they can fix it, or they can, for future books, that they can not make the same mistake again.
I think that one of the things that it's
Yeah, I think just with being an artist, just put it out there. I mean, just let people see it, because it's one of those things where it's like they don't have to really look too much into it. It's like it's right there. It's like they just look at it like, yeah. And one of the things that got a lot of attention was I used to do a lot of fan art for like different animes I would watch or TV shows, like some like not a lot of people knew and some a lot of people knew, and that was cool. Was I did like Doctor Who, or I did some for Soul Eater, which is a really great anime. And like some people would be like, oh my gosh, my daughter's into that, or something, and it was cool. Like a lot of people could connect to it more, and then they were like more likely to watch your stuff, you know.
And how do we find you?
Oh, Facebook. Yeah, I'm Little Rocker Chick Art on Facebook.
And do you have business cards, Cindy?
I don't. I really should.
Okay, but I'm sure your mom.
You dropped the ball totally.
Yeah, but you might have business cards for yourself, and then you can find her through her mom and stuff. I'm sure unless Cindy acts bad, then maybe she'll like block her for the day. She'll be like, no, you can't have her information today. So. All right, Riley. What got you started? I mean, no, how would somebody get started in fan fiction?
Yeah.
Where do you post your fan fiction?
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wattpad.
Can you explain Wattpad? Does anybody not know what Wattpad is, or is everybody? Do you know how to post on it and stuff? Can you give a little description of Wattpad?
On Wattpad, you can do fan fiction. You can also do original stuff. You can just do random stuff like covers, random basically anything you can do on Wattpad. But actually put a book out there, have something out there, you have to have the cover, a description, like the tags, like what's like for the tag, like just something about it, like just,
Do you have to label it as fan fiction on Wattpad if you do that?
yeah, there's different categories for it. There's like fan fiction, paranormal, random, anything really.
And how do you get readers on Wattpad? Because to tell you the truth, I really don't know much about it. So how do you find your readers?
There's just like followers and people. You can message people and like tell them to read your stuff, and then like with the tags, like people just click on the tags and they just go and they just read like the stories that they find interesting. And also like the covers, it helps having a really good cover for people to read it.
And people can vote on it, right? People can give you stars, and the more stars you have,
Oh,
the
wow.
higher up you are in the...
Are there like discussion boards too? Like, are there groups? What am I trying to say here?
Forum, like
Forums,
little, yeah.
but I'm not even sure forums. Like, some like on Goodreads, like they have private groups or like
Yeah, you
private
can
groups and
comment.
stuff.
Yeah, there's comment section, and people leave comments and stuff on it.
And you can instant message people too. Like you can talk
And how long have you been putting fan fiction on Wattpad?
Yeah.
Like 6 months to a year.
And you don't have to put like a whole story on at once, right? You can put a little.
You can have multiple ones up.
Next question is? Riley, I also have, was it a mistake? Are you a personal assistant to somebody too? Are you a PA to somebody too? Yeah, okay. Do you want to talk about that at all, or do you want to just talk about fan fiction? So, I thought I saw PA somewhere, so.
What's it like working for your mother?
Sucks.
Maybe that's the pet question.
Yeah, let's skip that question, please.
Actually used to be my PA. She's now my caregiver, but I know that she used to have some issues with the personal assistant too. But
Okay, the repercussions.
what is your favorite part of because it's your mom, right? What is your favorite part of working with your mom as helping her out? Because it is a big help. I'm sure your mom tells you, like, sometimes we forget to say how much it is a big help to have what you guys do for us.
Yeah, my daughter doesn't do anything for me.
Do you have anything that's your favorite part from working with your mom?
Getting to meet all of us, right?
Right, yeah. Oh,
Well, because she does. She works for her. She is a personal assistant for her mom.
I wouldn't want to work for my mom. I want to work with her, like by her side. I don't want to work for her. Working for her.
I did good. The same. She's like, what she said.
We go riding together. We go on riding trips together. Like we'll go like to Panera for a little riding. She'll work on her fan fiction. I'll work on my stuff. And we'll bounce ideas off each other.
That's
That's
nice.
really good. See, that's a good one. That's
And
what we have
everybody
to
goes,
do.
oh.
Ash. Oh. Well, we're going. Let's go to Panera when we get home.
I would say when I hired Sydney to do the illustrations for my book, Misty made it extremely clear that she's not involved at all. I am only to direct any of my stuff to Sydney. Like she doesn't.
See, that was, yeah, I was going to ask that question, like how involved do you want your parents, or how involved do you like them to be? Like, Ashley doesn't even want me to touch her Instagram account. I'm just going to get that out there. It's me who's saying, Ash, would you please post about my book on your Instagram account? So, Ash, do you want to answer? Like, I mean, I kind of just answered for you, so I guess she wants me to stop doing that.
As parents, we can't help it. We haven't. That's
I was kind of
How involved do you want your parents in what you're doing?
You said you would work by her, so I thought.
Yeah, like, do you want, like, when is enough? Like, does your mom interfere too much? Like, you know, I embarrass Ashley regularly.
personally?
Yeah.
Let's not air our dirty laundry, though.
Not personally. I'm like, in, like, when you're in a book event, does she do
Oh.
anything that?
Well, she monitors my blog because I got a porn book.
Yeah, somebody just sent her a porn book.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, it says, reviews for teens by teens. I'm like,
And she.
so I'm like her PA. Because I email him and like, excuse me, the kid is 14. So I am kind of involved, but that's because I'm trying to protect you.
So good involvement. Sydney, how about you?
I think that,
You need a ride home.
yeah.
I love my mom.
It's all great.
I mean, me and my mom are like best friends, honestly. And it's like, it's weird not hearing like a lot of people are not. And I mean, so. But anyway, though, it's like, it seems like I get a lot of, I get like a lot of people will come and ask about me through her. And that's, or like, she'll post on my stuff, and that's how I'll get people. And that's pretty much the closest, I think, we've got. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. It's just like,
Referrals.
yeah, referrals. People find out about me through her and whatever, and that's pretty cool.
All right. And Riley, you kind of, your mom and you said you like to do writing the fan fiction. Is there anything else that you guys do that you enjoy a lot?
Oh yeah, I'm her alpha reader.
That's cute. I like that.
I like that. She is first crack at it.